Hello massage nerds. Today I'm going to be showing you how to treat somebody with plantar fasciitis. He has had pain on the heel, by the heel of his foot. This is usually at the base where they feel the pain. It originates right here from the calcaneus all the way to the base of the toes. So it's pretty long. It's 3 flat, thick bands. And sometimes you get micro tears, so it's very painful. Usually happens with people that stand for prolonged periods of time, or runners, or joggers, or people that work standing up all day, or climb hills, or have a little bit of pronation too, which I think that might be the case, and flat feet. So he's having some pain, so I'm going to show you some things that you can do. And also want to tell you that I treated prone and supine, so you want to treat it from both sides. And you also want to treat the Achilles tendon, because the plantar fasciitis connects right here to the calcaneus, and then the calcaneus, the calcaneal tendon, also known as the Achilles tendon, comes down here and it attaches, at the calcaneus bone. So it may be tight here, and then it starts pulling on the Achilles and the calves and the gastrocnemius, the soleus, the tibialis posterior. So you want to make sure and treat the back of the leg too. So what I like to do, and you want to start really without any oil. So you might just want to do some spreading already. Just do some light spreading at the top of the foot, at the dorsal part, just to kind of spread the metatarsals. Remember, the metatarsals are in the toes, in the feet. Metatarsals are in the feet. So you want to do some work at the top to begin with. Do some spreading here. And if their feet are really dry, then you can use a little bit of lotion. But I try not to put too much lubrication, okay? So you want to start just by doing some gentle squeezes, depending on how much pressure they can tolerate. So just do some warm up. Introduce your hands to their feet. And then you can do some with the heel of your hand. Just go down some nice stretches here to feel, see what you feel, see if you feel any tension. And also with a soft fist, remember this is a soft fist, so you want to do also with your soft fist going down, just gliding down. We're just gliding down for now. And you can do this up to, to 10 times, 7 to 10 times. Another thing to remember is that if it hurts too much, you want to make sure and stay within the range of 6 and 7 on a scale from 1 to 10. You don't want to go above, to an 8 or a 9 or a 10, because you'll irritate it more. So now one of the things you can do is, all I'm doing is spreading. With my thumbs, I'm spreading out like a fan. Spreading the bottom of the foot. Just spreading it out with my thumbs. Spreading the tissues, the plantar fascia, all the way down to the heel, And you can also use your fist and just spread with the bottom with your knuckles a little bit. Spread the fascia. And like I said, the pain usually is worse right at the base of the heel, so you want to be careful with that area. So again, I'm spreading like a fan, just with my knuckles. If I need to go a little bit deeper than my thumbs, so I spread it out. You can also do some figure eights with your knuckles. And some stretches there. I can tell that he kind of hesitates a little bit when I start stretching it out too much, so I still need to be careful. So I'm going to hold at the Achilles tendon, or the calcaneal tendon, which is the same thing, and do some flexing and then gentle extension, and see how that feels for him. this might be something good that you can do up to about, like 10 times. And I'm pushing with my fist to get more traction. Okay, so now I'm going to start doing a little bit more specific work. You can do it with a braced thumb. A braced thumb is where you're supporting your thumb. So what I'm going to do is just go in circular motion, some static pressure all along, the base by the toes. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit just for the sake of the video, but you can do the static pressure all the way across underneath the base of the toes. You can also do it piggyback, where you put one finger over the other, and to support the fingers so that your thumbs don't get too tired. You can do this move right here all the way down with the piggyback fingers, or you can do it with a knuckle. If it's easier to do with a knuckle, you can also do it with a knuckle. And when you get to the base here where it hurts a lot, just make sure that you do it gently. You don't want to dig in there too much. But that's one of the techniques that you can do. Another one is cross friction, where you're going across the plantar fascia. That's all I'm doing is cross friction here. And then again, you can do some spreading. Let's see if it lightened up a little bit, if it's not as tense. You can do with the knuckles gliding down. And I also like to do some figure eights here, holding the Achilles tendon, putting just a little bit of pressure. Maybe it starts getting that part loose. So once you've moved and done some work here on the plantar part with supine, then you're ready. And you can do hand over hand, some hand over hand petrissage here too at the top of the foot, and do some spreading. And also another move is like you put your hands on top, and then with the fingers, you're separating some of that tissue. There's lots of muscles underneath that plantar fascia. The plantar fascia doesn't have too much blood flow, so it's difficult for it to heal. So what I'm doing is I'm just separating the tissue. And like I said, with a heel of your hand or with a soft fist, you can go ahead and do some effleurage here. And now we're ready to turn him prone. Okay, so now he is supine, and I can, hold his foot and again do some elongating strokes here with a flat fist, soft fist, just to get more stretching on here from this position. So remember that more than likely this is where it hurts, at the base of the heel. So I like to work the calcaneus here. And just kind of, like if you're praying, put your fingers together, lace your fingers, and just go over the calcaneal and the calcaneus, or the Achilles tendon. And squeeze up. Almost like as if you're praying. You want to do some stretching. And again, you can start doing just some cross fiber friction here, all the way with your thumbs. So you basically do all the same techniques, but just while they are, while they're prone. Another one is the separating of the tissue. And I want to show you how to do some stripping of the Achilles, flossing because that really helps. And again, if you want to do the knuckle right along where it hurts, you can do that too. Again, from the prone side, you have more access here to the bottom of the foot. You can also do the piggyback all the way down the plantar fascia, and also with your knuckle. If you're ready to go deeper, then you can do more of the knuckle here. Another one that is important to do is to flex and extend the hallux. Remember this, the big toe is the hallux, the thumb is the pollex. So that you extend and flex the toe, extend and flex the toe gently. You don't want to do this too hard, because this one also pulls all the way, the plantar fascia. So flexing the big toe, and then extending it. This is also good to relieve some of that pressure there. Okay, but I want to show you how to do the flossing of the Achilles, because remember, working the gastrocnemius and the soleus is going to be important. So one of the things that you want to do, let me move over here. Okay, so I want to show you how to do the flossing of the muscles and the Achilles tendon. So you want to bend their leg, and you're going to pinch lightly right here by the Achilles. You don't want to pinch too hard because you don't want to cause a lot of pain. But you're going to pinch here and then flex and extend their foot. Flex and extend their foot. Flex. And you do this several times. And I'm in an awkward position because I'm trying to show in the camera. But I actually do it with my forearm. Or you can do it with the palm of your hand if you're strong enough. But you want to get some of this flossing here. And a lot of times the Achilles tendon is very painful. So once you're done with that, and you can also work on the plantar part, standing up. I prefer standing up because then I get to use all my weight, and spreading of the toes and spreading of the plantar fascia here, the fibers. And then you can do the soft fist. You can do the circular. And like I said, just be very careful around this area if it's very painful. And don't forget, you've got to work the calf muscles. Especially, his calf muscles are like really tight from all the walking that he does. So you want to make sure and work the gastrocnemius and the Achilles tendon. You can do, again, the praying hands, at the gastrocnemius. Putting a little bit of squeezing pressure on the Achilles tendon. The Achilles tendon is the strongest and longest tendon in the body. So right here at the bottom by the heel, I'm working on the Achilles tendon. So you want to make sure and massage this really well. And then you can do some spreading of the gastrocnemius and of the soleus. And some lifting of the tibialis posterior, the gastrocnemius, the soleus. All these muscles here. And again, at the Achilles, you want to make sure and treat the Achilles tendon. So make sure you work on them supine, prone, and don't forget to work the calves. So I hope that this, that you're able to help a lot of people with plantar fasciitis, and make sure you tell them one of the best things to do is to get a frozen bottle of water, a 12-ounce bottle of water, put it in the freezer, and then have them roll their foot over it, because the ice will numb it and give you a little bit more of a stretch, and it will also bring down the inflammation. So it's good to do that in the morning, at night, and do some stretches. You want to, flex, and extend. Flex and extend the foot. So until the next time, create a great day.